Leslie McDonnell here with Remax Select Properties, and this month it is April 2023, and yesterday our provincial government announced a new action plan to create more supply in British Columbia. The plan is called Homes for People. So I thought, why not have a little talk? I'll review what it is, and then I'll share with you my things that I like about the plan and where I see there are some potential holes that I'm hoping they will address as things go on. So this is the plan here. It's called Homes for People, a stronger BC for everyone. It was announced yesterday, April 3rd, 2023, and this is under the leadership of David Eby, and his plan promises to be bold, effective, and impactful. And, I think it is quite a bold plan. This plan is in the link here in the newsletter. So if you want to read over it at your leisure, I've got it here for you. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit to some of the highlights. So the plan centers on four main pillars. Those pillars are unlocking more homes faster, delivering better homes, more affordable homes, as well as supporting those with the greatest housing need and creating a housing market for people and not speculators. So what I mean when they say unlocking homes faster, they're actually going to be doing some provincial rezoning. The whole province, single-family homes, are now able to build multifamily homes. Listening to the speech yesterday and reading some of the literature on the topic, it really seems like they're trying to gear this towards homeowners doing this work, sort of doing contracting out they don't have the same building code as they would for multifamily, and trying to create more accessibility, making it easier for people to build these homes for people. They're also going to be allowing forgivable loans, up to 50% of the cost of renovations to a maximum of $40,000 to people who apply. And there's also an opportunity that the whole thing will be forgiven if you follow the guidelines and you do allow your home to be rented for a minimum of 5 years at below market rent. And there's also going to be legislation introduced that is going to make secondary suites allowed for every community in British Columbia. When we're talking about delivering better, more affordable homes, there's a commitment of $12 billion over the course of 10 years to make this commitment. They're going to build thousands more social housing. There's a plan for 4,000 more student housing on campuses. And also they've commented about some of the things that they've already done to create more of this housing, more housing, is with the most recent implementation of the Strata Act, where they eliminated discriminatory practices such as age restrictions and rental restrictions. For helping those with the greatest housing need, they're looking at providing an annual income tested tax credit of up to $400 a year for renters. It really has to do if it's like less than 60,000 annual income or between 60 and 80,000 annual income, can you apply for this tax credit? And also they're working to support and collaborate and work with municipalities to close down encampments and get those in need into homes. When we're talking about creating a housing market for people and not speculators, so the last pillar of this plan, really they're going to be introducing what's called a flipping tax. So if somebody buys a property, renovates it, and then sells it within a short period of time, they're going to implement a tax on them, and the shorter period of time that you hold the property, the higher the tax is going to be to try and deter this type of flipping. They also have other, if you've noticed with pre-sales right now, it's a GST is being placed on whether or not it's already been lived in. If you live within a year, you're probably going to have, and you sell it within 10 months of owning it, you're very likely going to be paying GST a second time on that property, and it would come as business income. and that's to deter speculators from buying multiple pre-sale units and then selling them for a profit. They really want to try and discourage. They want people to buy homes to live in them, not to buy them as investments to like stock. There's also a stricter enforcement going to be happening on short-term rentals and expanding the speculation and vacancy tax to other areas of the province. So what I really like about this plan is that it is aggressive, and it is, if followed through, it can be impactful to bring a lot more housing to the market. And I find that it is fairly balanced between buyers and sellers. And so that I do like. I like that, you've got a senior living in their detached home, and with the raising cost of taxes, and just cost of living, they're having a hard time maybe being able to maintain that property. Invest a little money, create a secondary suite, you've got an income coming in. Where I feel there might be a few holes in the plan, with this whole province-wide rezoning of single-family homes, if you can have 2, 3, 4 families on one single-family lot, where's everyone going to park? Are you going to take a whole block and make it a big parkade and everybody sort of commute back and forth from there? That's not really being considered. I know that there has been some discussions about this is a lack in the plan. So I hope that they're taking that consultation and coming up with solutions for that. Also, a lot of the ways in which some of the plan is going to be worked out are just not really fleshed out. And I think that, the announcement is great, but we want to make sure that the action plan is achievable to attain these goals. Where I really see the biggest issues, which concerns me, and it's not being talked about, is the Residential Tenancy Act. The issue of balancing the rights and responsibilities of tenants and landlords is complex. And finding a fair, equitable solution is challenging. And having that collaboration between all the different parties to make sure that people aren't being taken advantage of, I think is really important. I've talked with renters, I talk with landlords, I talk with all parties of it. And very often the Residential Tenancy Act favors the tenant so much more than the landlord. And it's to do so to make sure that, they don't get taken advantage of. But I do feel that sometimes it's a little too slanted. And if you have there are certain people out there that they know the system and they will work it to their best advantage and can take advantage of other people. So making sure that this, looking at that aspect of, creating all of these secondary suites across the province, great, wonderful, more housing, but making sure that everyone in that scenario is protected, landlords and tenants alike. It's important that while some parishes may appear to favor one versus the other, just really make sure that key of the equation is being looked at. And yeah, that's it. So Homes for Everyone is the new strategy that our provincial government is taking. It's, like I said, it appears to be aggressive and can bring a lot of results to our imbalance crisis that is in British Columbia with a housing supply issue. So I applaud the government for what they're doing, and I look forward to seeing the action plans coming forward. Thank you very much, everyone. Leslie McDonnell here with RE/MAX Select Properties.